Sideshow's Captain Marvel premium format bursts into the secret sanctuary. Hey guys, welcome back to the sanctuary. Let's go right to the portrait on this piece because to me it's the highlight. It's the reason I ordered this statue. I think she looks like a young Michelle Pfeiffer. I might be the only person on the planet who thinks that, but it's one of the main reasons I bought this piece is that I think the portrait is really beautiful. Sideshow has done a great job the last few years on female portraits. I've been very impressed. And not just the face on this one, although the face is amazing. Nice full lips, really kind of piercing eyes, but the hair as well. I think the hair really lends some motion to this piece. It's really getting whipped up by the wind there. Really nice detailed hair. It just looks great. Just a beautiful portrait. Hard to beat that. This is, of course, comic-based. It's not movie-based. It's full sculpt. It's 23.5 inches tall. She is airborne. Her feet are not touching the base. She is held up by these photon blasts as if she's taking off, leaving some rubble in her wake. There's been a lot of talk about this piece, and I'll go over each. One was that some people recently thought that Sideshow had strategically placed this sash to cover up her backside, just out of modesty. That is not the case. You can easily see her from head to toe, and it's a beautiful sculpt. I love that she's airborne. I think it's an extremely unique pose. Rather daring, I would say, on Sideshow's part. It's really, really nice. All right, so let's talk about those photon blasts. They have been described as looking like ice cream, butter, Cheese Whiz, banana pudding. I heard banana pudding. Pretty much everything you can think of. And you either buy into it or you don't. Does it look fantastic? No, not really. Would I have liked it more if there was more variation in color? I mean, there is some. We kind of go from kind of a dingy brown down here, maybe a little bit of orange there. And then it just gets more and more yellow until we get up to her fists. I would have liked to have seen kind of yellow to orange to red maybe. I don't know. They don't look bad, but they don't look great. Some people wanted the photon blast to come around her hand rather than seemingly emanating from the back of her hand. And I can understand that. I don't know if that would be difficult to engineer or not, but this is what we're getting. This is not, of course, the highlight of this piece. This is the highlight of the piece. Focus on this, people, and you'll be very, very happy. But that's what's going on with the photon blasts. Then you have this kind of white effect on her hands, apparently because the photon blasts are so hot. And that paint effect goes up her wrist a little bit there to her forearm. All right. So it was a little bit funky assembling. If you look at the assembly video, Sideshow starts with the base, of course, and then starts with the first part of the blast, and then the second, and then they attach her here at the wrists. So I put in both photon blasts, but I had a hard time on this side getting it to insert correctly until finally I ended up taking her off, taking this blast off, assembling her to this blast, and then putting her and the blast onto the base. It was the only way I could make it work. Of course, in the assembly video, the guy puts it on like it's a total breeze. Hopefully for you it will be, but for me, that's what I had to do. I had to affix her to this blast before putting it onto the base to make it work. Okay, the base. The base, so we were hoping, many of us, that this might end up being a light-up base. In the recent past, Sideshow has had a few examples where they did not announce a light-up feature, like Galactus, like Storm, but then when the production piece came out, they did indeed have a light-up feature that really added quite a bit, especially Galactus. That just transformed that piece. So we were hoping for that for this piece, where the base would light up and that light would come all the way up this photon blast. That, I assume, could not be done from an engineering standpoint. There must be metal rods coming up and down these, so you couldn't really make it a translucent photon blast. Otherwise, you would see those metal rods, and that just would not look right. So we do not have a light-up feature. For me personally, it's a little disappointing. They never promised it. We were never led to believe it would be there, but it looks like the kind of base that could have a light-up feature. But it doesn't, so we just have to accept that. I want to give you another look. The back side, there's some good detailing on the bottom of her boots. The sash looks good, nicely painted. This is a Steve Lord sculpt. Steve Lord is one of Sideshow's best. He's done many great sculpts for them over the years. That is really nice. I like that a lot. So the edition size on this is only 600. It's currently waitlisted. So if you want one, jump on the wait list and maybe you'll get lucky. This is the time when it's shipping when some people might cancel. So that wait list might convert for you. They only made 600. They made, I think, 4,000 of the last Captain Marvel. That is a much loved piece from Sideshow and deserves all the praise that it gets. But if you're a new collector or you didn't pick that up when it came out, this is a really nice option if you can get that wait list to convert. It is nice to have a piece with such a low edition size, 600, for a pretty serious Marvel character. That's a pretty low edition size. Let me give you a side view here. You really get the feeling of flight. I'm really liking that unique pose. See, that's how you're going to see her most of the time. I'm not focusing on the photon blast. I'm focusing on her head to toe. All right, let's take a quick look at the art box. We've got a nice profile here on the front. Captain Marvel, premium format. Captain Marvel, Sideshow. Then we've got a front view on the back. Looks very nice, very orange tinted. Same thing on that side. Captain Marvel on the top. And I got number 295 out of 600. Again, a pretty small edition size. One other thing I should mention about this piece, some people might find it a little bit tippy. So if you leave it alone, it's going to be totally fine. But it does have a small base. You do have a lot of weight going forward with this pose. And I think it's a little tippy. But I think it'll be fine. Like I said, leave it alone. Nothing's going to happen. I do recommend the piece for her. I like her portrait, her body, everything. The sculpt is fantastic. Paint app is really good. Really happy with her. I'm accepting the photon blasts. I'm kind of living with them. The base is fine, but like I said, I do wish that it lit up. It's a really nice piece. It's going to go really well with your other Marvel comic-based pieces. I call it a win. She's $625. That's a win too these days. I really appreciate Sideshow keeping the price fairly reasonable at a time when most companies are charging $1,000 or more for a quarter scale piece. So $625 is great, especially when you can slip in some rewards points or that sort of thing and save some money. So thank you, Sideshow. As for what's next for me, Legendary Beast Hulk is on the water. I don't know how long it will take for him to arrive. Looking forward to that a lot. Selling a few pieces to make room. By the way, I have a Deadpool premium format exclusive for sale for $600 plus $40 shipping to the US if you're interested. But this is going to be a good addition to my Marvel comic-based collection. It's going to look really good. I do recommend it. That's it, guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you on Facebook. I'll see you on Statue Forum and at a comic convention near you. Take care.